All right, another site to review. This one sent over from Ben. So thanks again for giving me the opportunity, if you're watching, Ben, to review your site. I appreciate it. This one immediately looks like it's in my wheelhouse, and I think I'm going to enjoy this one. The reason that I say that is because it's kind of in the industrial part of just manufacturing and companies in general. So for those of you that may not know, my background is in the scrap metal industry. So I'm a marketer for my family's business since 2012 at this point. So this kind of, I really see a lot of images, or a lot of sites, I should say, in this type of industry. So I'm excited to dive into this one. So All American Warehouses, warehouse space for lease in the US, reserve warehouse, short-term, long-term. Okay. Cool. Contact a leasing specialist today. All right, cool. So before I scroll down, one thing I would say is, like, your description is great, and I would assume that this was probably written from an SEO standpoint, and this is why it's like browse our 3 locations in Pennsylvania and Kentucky. Totally cool with that. What I would say though is, like, from a consumer standpoint, I can't really read this because of the background. So like this gets a little bit lost. And I know that it's probably for SEO purposes, but you could probably drop that clip, I would say, a little bit further down, and instead have maybe something shortened or some bullet points, or a little bit more clear, like, reserve warehouse space today, short-term, long-term, will fit your needs for whatever you're looking for, type thing. So like have a little bit of a tagline here, as opposed to just this blurb here. And again, it kind of gets lost with the image, but I do love that you have this drone image behind it, because it really gives me that sense of like, whoa, that's a huge space. Like, and I look here and like, these are all like trucking docks. So it kind of gives me a really good sense of like what to expect in terms of size. So with that, again, same thing, text or call. This phone number is definitely getting lost here. And what I would love to do is, I would love to see you actually hyperlink this to be a text or call button. So like I'm on a desktop, but like, and I can't quote unquote click it, but I could technically and make a call through my computer if I wanted to. But I would definitely put a hyperlink here, so that way if somebody's on mobile, actually let's switch over to mobile real quick. Let's see what it looks like. So on mobile, I see that your image actually changes, and same thing, we're dealing with that hard contrast here with the background. So that's really difficult for people to see, and it kind of just gets a little bit lost and not really doesn't help me see what I'm looking at here with the logo. So to kind of resolve that overall, if you don't want to take this clip out, what I would say is put some type of gradient overlay over this image. So you could do a white gradient, you could do a darker gradient, so that way things pop a little bit more and it's a little bit more accessible. So as I scroll down, warehouses for lease, large warehouses, good. This is getting a little bit chunky for me. What I would say is, like, maybe break down this stuff into like bullet points. So it's like, maximize your volume per dollar with up to 250 square feet a day, like, or feet warehouse space, not a day. Ceilings could be 14 to 24 feet. Like, give me some bullet points. So it's just like boom, 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 because those little features might be like deciding factors that I'm shopping around for. So just something to think about. Smaller warehouses for lease, same thing. I would say like maybe some bullet points so you could just quickly see like, boom, this is what's available. This is what isn't available. That way I could shop with a little bit easier, understanding of what features I get if I do decide to work with you guys. Lock up the stuff you need, leave the rest safe and secure. 24-hour access. Good. Yeah, I love this. This is really great. I think actually you could even take this section here, and if this applies to all of your warehouses, I would even say drop it up here, because these are some really great selling points and features that I was kind of just alluding to before, like safe and secure, 24-hour access, short and long-term leases, flexible growing space. Like, I want to know that right away. Like, that's huge. Like, put that right here, sell me on that right away, and then show me around. I love that the images are here, really cool. Drone images are great, especially for this type of industry. You could really get a sense of like what type of space is available. Really love the interior here. This looks like I know this is going to sound so funny, but like, it looks like a really great building. So it's nice that you share this information, or the different images that you have here. Frequently asked questions. That's great. Always good to have an FAQ section. A lot of people shied away from this, and I don't know why, because like, it just helps from an SEO standpoint, but also just like regular customers. Like, what questions do you have on the phone with customers? If you have something that's asked commonly or frequently, then just add it to the bottom. Like, I would. There's no reason not to. Cool. Let's lock up all your stuff the all American way. Cool. Yep. Cool. So yeah, I love the feeling of what you're trying to convey here. Like, you're really showing the flexibility of all the different spaces that you have here. I would definitely say, like, maybe break up some of this text to be less like reading and more bullet point, like a punch list. Like, show me what you got to offer on large warehouses, smaller warehouses. So that way I could browse easier. And I would even say, like, I know that you have the CTA buttons here, or call to action buttons on the bottom to take a look at some of these warehouses themselves. But I would even say, like, maybe have a contact form split in the middle or something like that, or a button where people can contact you immediately. Because if they read something that they're like, oh, yes, this is totally for me, I need to get in touch with them now, give them something right here in this space to just immediately reach out to you, especially if you're going to do something with like a hyperlink with your call. So, hey, I appreciate you sharing this, Ben. Thanks for giving me the chance to take a look at your site, and I hope you enjoyed this.